So this is the section of the building that's pretty dry.
Wow, yes.
So you can walk about. You can walk about most of this. That's that wee door there.
Right, so we could use that. It's nice, yeah. That should stay, shouldn't it?
Aye, that should stay. That's been the entry point for everybody until we created one for us.
Right, okay.
But that door, when we initially came down, that was the door that I get in. Because I never, obviously, when it was like keys day, there wasn't any keys. So it was like, right, that's you got it. And I was like, how we got, like, we don't get in. So that was the only way to get in. And you came in that wee door because so many people had to like burst through it. So that was really the only entrance point. So we've had to secure that door so many times because people keep coming in here and it's obviously unsafe. We've obviously tried to take as much out of the rooms as possible that we can save. They will need 50 men to move them.
Really?
We have tried we've had so many people trying to move them, they can't move them.
What was this space before?
It looked like there was like, you know what a pulley is? It's like pulleys all along the top of this ceiling when I first when I bought it, and they had like the big wire where you could raise them and bring them down.
Maybe an old laundry room or something.
It must have been like, because this kind of looks as if this full section looks as if it was kind of like the maid's quarters or something. Yeah. It was a bit like.
It has that feel about it with the lower ceilings and everything.
And obviously it's kind of technically the basement. Laura.
Oh my goodness.
There's a
wow.
So there's still some fireplaces intact.
That's incredible. Look at all the fireplaces. There's a cast iron one, a tiled one.
So again, we've saved some of them. There's also a floating radiator.
So there is. Don't stand under that. Look at the cornicing up there.
I know. We've got some of that as well. We've took cuttings of that.
Great.
Yeah. We've got all the We've took cuttings of all the different all the different cornices, and we've got them in the unit.
There's lovely beading on the kind of top frieze area as well. That's gorgeous. Yeah.
The room that's got the rose.
Look at that
cornice.
Fireplace there.
We've
just
got,
hanging in air. It's amazing.
I know. It's actually crazy how that's been there, hanging there since there's that.
Wow. I don't think I'll stand right underneath that.
No.
Definitely don't.
Wow, that's amazing. That's a nice photo up there, isn't it? See the light coming down the other staircase?
Yep.
Right, so this is the entrance.
So the entrance is
behind us.
There. Julia, see there? That's the entrance there. See the main doors, the white doors? So when we first came in, there was a fireplace.
So the tower is directly above that, isn't it?
Aye, but that was intact when we first came in here.
So it's just fallen through now?
That's fallen through now. I didn't even know that was away.
That was actually all wood.
Yeah.
That was like all like kind of white wood that was like all made.
Panelled it, yeah.
Aye, it was gorgeous.
It was beautiful. It was so grand, wasn't it?
So it'd be lovely to make a feature of that again, wouldn't it?
It would. And they had obviously the fireplace is still sitting there. That had a fireplace like there. And it was perfect.
Because the image that you made.
It was focused on that area.
And it was so like, we looked at that straight away and was like, that was like the that's what we seen. Aye, that's what we seen when we first walked in there the first time, wasn't it?
Oh really?
Totally.
Like,
the image that you had made for us, us two were like, wow, that's exactly what we felt like when we first walked in.
Oh, look at the staircase.
Look at the one above.
And the panelling, yeah.
Do you know, I think it's quite interesting how the difference in the staircase.
Yeah.
Because this would be the
servants' quarters, very simple, and then ornate, where guests are going to see it showing off. Yeah.
I love that.
Do you think we could keep that? That's a lovely photo as well. See there, where you see the cornice and the roses.
And then I have a wee peek.
Oh, an old cast iron radiator.
When we first came in, Julia, all these floors, these were intact, and we were walking along these rooms.
Really?
But see that top floor, when we first walked in, that top floor was so damp.
It's amazing seeing all the different layers of panelling, and then wood, and then stone.
We managed to secure that fireplace there, that big one in the middle, but the top one, the guys couldn't get to because the floor was so damp that we couldn't actually get to it to remove the fireplace. So unfortunately, that's why some of the fireplaces are still intact and some of them have been saved so far, because some of the floors were so unsafe that we couldn't get to them. So unfortunately, we had to just leave them where they were.
Oh, lovely old staircase.
Yep. So that's up to the turret, the smaller turret.
Wow. It's like Sleeping Beauty.
You can walk up that, but you can't go into the rooms. It's there because the floors aren't safe. So that's obviously one of the wee cellars. And
Wine cellar?
It looks like it, but I don't know.
Is this the wine cellar area?
That through there is where the oil heating would have been.
This is if you are proposing to your girlfriend.
Oh, how nice.
And you bring her into the private dining experience, and she thinks she's coming for her dinner, and she comes into the private dining, and that's it, isn't it?
It's like old storage or a larder or something like that. Yeah. So this goes all the way up to the tower here.
There's 2 rooms off of this. Am I right in saying that? One at the top.
But you're right up here to the floors.
I think I'll safely come back down.
Safely come back down. Let's go for it.
Just in case.
There's one a big room at the top. They're good sized rooms as well, aren't they?
Really properly dry out yet.
But that door's older than Victorian. That's a really, really old door.
I think that's your. I think that's
That's the original.
Situation is, what we need to find out is those doors are actually quite small for an entrance.
Yeah, I was thinking that. For
So I had actually spoke to like the stonemasons
yeah.
to widen it, and they'd said that could actually be possible because they would keep the original sides. They would keep the original sides of like the stone on the doors.
Yeah, the sculpted part and just wide.
Just really need to lengthen the middle kind of arched part.
Some sandstone and.
We wanted to see the wee crest thing at the top.
Yes.
We wanted to have like a crest
Made.
You should.
made.
Absolutely.
So that we can have that personalised and we can get that there, and
You should.
that would be cute, wouldn't it?
Probably,
Yeah, it's crying out for
something
it.
like the logo,
Aye.
like on it.
And some gold leaf.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds so nice.
It's crying out to be filled.
It does, doesn't it?
It's not got any information on it or a date or anything.
I know.
It's absolutely stunning. Even the tiles, the fishtail tiles, they're so cute. Fish scale tiles.
She's got character, hasn't she?
I like this detail, that's amazing.
So some of that is broke on that side, but you see if you actually look here, some of the bits are actually here and down here. So again, this could be salvageable because that's here.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There will be doors to make the bar and restaurant accessible for this side.
Yeah, as a separate
As a
entity.
separate, because it'll need to be accessible.
For just
this
folk that have got a
ground
dinner
level.
booking or whatever.
Exactly. So people will be able to access it from the hotel, and if they do that, then they'll come through that door.
Yeah.
But if they want to access it from, like, basically the gardens, you know, or the entrance, there will be a kind of set of double doors here.
Yeah.
So, and then that'll kind of take, the building will probably go as far as a couple of those trees.
Yeah.
You know, so, but then I thought what would be nice, and this is obviously what we were kind of looking at as well, as making sure that whenever you're in the restaurant, the front and the back view is kind of the most important because the side walls will be stone again.
Yes.
So the restaurant will be looking out over the kind of kissing tree
yeah.
and stuff, and then through the back. So obviously there's potentially houses going to be either side, so we really need to be mindful of what
Privacy.
What the kind of people in the restaurant can see, and make sure that it's only really the grounds of here. Keep that aesthetic
Yes,
going.
yes.
Aye. And we were also thinking that we really want to bring the outside in, decor-wise.
Oh yeah,
We were totally on
definitely.
board
And
with that.
art-wise, I think that's really important. This looks like the oldest part of the tower.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. This was the original build.
And that's the Victorian
And
extension.
that was an extension.
You can tell.
Aye.
It's all a wee bit smaller in scale, a bit
Yep.
sort of. And it's got a wee mini turret as well.
I know,
Yeah.
so cute.
I
It's
like
very
that.
cute,
That's
isn't it?
very cute. That's
So,
a nice photo
you
too.
know,
Tiny
that's
portico.
that's the bit that it was too unsafe for us to go up. That's the wee winding,
Ah, okay.
and that goes up.
that's
So
you right there.
it's actually quite strange because the wee windows are tiny, but see the rooms that are up there just off of that staircase, they're really big, aren't they? But that's obviously most of that. That's all. The roof is all sealed now. The windows are all sealed. So now the damage is the damage, and it should start to dry slightly a bit. Obviously, it's just because
And
it's
you've done that. You've sealed all that.
We've done all
off,
that.
yeah.
We've done all the make safe works. We've
Great.
done all that. We sealed the roof. We sealed all the windows. We boarded all the windows, and we're the ones that have done all that. Made it wind and watertight effectively.
Yep.
Just to try and prevent any more damage. We didn't want it to do another winter.
No. That front, the facade looks nice and dry. The sun's beating down on that. It's where they've got the rough cast over sandstone. There'll be damp gathered in between that layer. And
Yep.
oh wow, yeah. Look at it, it's starting to come off itself
I know.
anyway.
Oh, I know.
Some of the
Oh,
stonemason
that's
guys
nice.
that we had done here.
It's a nice photo, Sue.
Some of the stonemasons that we had here, they were coming down and just literally doing that with the render, and
Yeah.
it was just lifting right off. They were like, the stone's perfect under that. We were worried about that too, but the stone looks amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love
just really needs all
I love
like
the
2
colour,
points
and
stuff like that.
it's just
It's beautiful.
it's
You
so
can-
nice.
You can see it's so much older than the Victorian extension.
Yeah.
So this,
Oh, that's a gorgeous section there.
and that would be intimate wedding area.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you think, even if we to kind of just
A wee
even
garden,
open the trees slightly, just so that they
Yes.
can see down. This would be where the steps. We would hope the steps would
Yes,
be to run
Yes.
in line
that makes sense.
with the middle of the building. So whenever you're down the back, at
Aye.
the bottom of the steps, depending on
Right.
if the steps go like that or just kind of come down, then we would want the steps to run in line with this, because see, if you're the bride at the bottom of the steps or at the top of the steps, then you want the steps to be in line with this middle section of the building, because that's a photo.
I mean, I'm amazed at how clean the sandstone is though.
Beautiful,
It's
innit?
beautiful colour, the blonde sandstone.
I know, that's what I love the colour. I think
Yeah.
the colour's so nice.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I love it.
Thanks for showing me around, that's amazing.
You're welcome. Is that
Right.
is this what you were thinking?
Yeah, it's bigger than, it's actually bigger than what I thought it
Oh,
looked like
you
in the
imagined,
photos.
was it?
Yeah, and the grounds are much bigger. I wasn't aware of the tree-lined avenue coming up, so that's a beautiful feature as well. Yeah, it's just full of original detail and features that will inspire the new interior design.